We are back and we're talking about mama's bad cheering. Okay, mama has fallen in love. Now there's this blended family. What are the rules for discipline? Take a look at this. What would you do if this happened and mama wasn't there? You took her kids to the store and this is what happens.
No! Get up. Give his hand. One! Get up. Let's go to your mom.
Hello, YouTube.
Give us your
He wanted the cupcakes. He didn't get the cupcakes. He lays in the floor. You know, you can't get in the store for the kids. And no one wants to do anything because everyone's afraid that the television station is going to be called and they're going to be charged with something with defects. But this is something that that has to be worked out. What do? I'm babysitting and I'm in love with you and I have your son from another relationship and he's in the floor.
I think parents are in a catch-22 because on one hand they want to discipline their children in any way that they see fit. On the other hand, they are very afraid because, you know, as a therapist we talk a lot about how, for example, I'm a mandated reporter, so if I see something I'm obligated to report that. And so I think we've scared parents a lot in terms of their ability to discipline their children. And so in that type of situation, I think you put parents in a catch-22.
In a catch-22, wow. So the relationship, how do you keep a relationship going when the primary parent, the biological parent, doesn't have control of the child, but she wants you in the relationship? Do you think we'll see more people who are not willing to move in? They may say, I love you, but you stay over there. I will stay over here. What do you think is going to happen? Because as those children grow up, they're going to cause more and more of an issue in the relationship. They could, you know, and all children aren't to that extreme. It could just be talking back. It could be, I told you to go to bed, you won't go to bed. It could be you were supposed to eat your food, but you were bold enough, you got up and threw it in the trash can. You know, so what do I do? You know, do you think it's going to change relationships at all? Or what can you see that might happen?
I think that in some situations, children may pose as a barrier if the original parent does not learn some parenting skills and then have the other parents involved, which may be their new partner or the previous partner, involved in the conversation so that they can all decide together the way in which they plan to parent or co-parent.
Wow. Do you think that part of an issue will be, I don't want my ex-husband to feel he's becoming their father? That there's this who is the real father issue in there, because now I am the father, I am in their lives, but I'm not there every day.
That definitely can be an issue, but I think that if you are the biological father but you're not in the home, I think it's important for you to always convey to your children that you are their biological father, that you are there for them, and that you're able to be relied on if they need you. And so I think it's just important for you to convey that. And so that your children know that. Different
world these days. Okay. We have a caller on the line. May I get your name and your question or your comment for Dr. Moore?
Oh, I thought Dee was asking what would I do if the child behaved like that with me in the store.
Okay, yes, that's the question. Go ahead. If you're in the store and that's someone else's child and you don't know whether or not you have permission to discipline, what would you do?
Oh, I would, of course, I'd satisfy the child just for the convenience of the other people in there.
Oh, go ahead and give him the, and then handle the child later?
Right, and talk to the mother, because evidently the child hadn't been trained.
Wow, wow. You're an older person. Do you see that being lax with children, it could become more and more of an issue in relationships?
Wait, just let me turn off the TV because I'm looking at you and Dee. What did you say?
I can tell, yeah, you have to turn the television down because there will be that reverberation. Do you think that it can become a serious problem? Because many parents now, they don't believe in spanking, and I'm not saying that you have to believe in spanking, but there's this almost a mindset that you let a child develop and become who they're going to become, and you kind of let them be that person. Do you think?
Nah.
What do you think?
A child is just like a tree or anything else you plant, you know. You have to plant it straight. It has to grow up straight. If not, it's going to grow crooked. And a child is the same way. And children want to be disciplined because it gives them security. They feel safer when they have someone showing them the way.
Wow. Thank you so much. I mean, that was worth it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for calling. Do you agree with that, Dr. Moore? What do you think? How much truth is that? Is that a child is happier when they know their boundaries?
I think children are happier when they know their boundaries, and so it's important to instill that initially. I think in this instance, you know, I'm not sure that I would have given in to the child.
Okay, yeah, it's like, give it to him, and I'm going to take care of you. Wait till we get home. Yes.
I do agree that that could be a temporary fix to a permanent problem. And so in the meantime, yeah, that kid stops crying or stops acting out.
You get him out of the floor. He's in the doorway of a store,
Right.
and people are, you know, there's somebody sitting there videotaping it,
Right.
and everybody else is going, what is going on? I just came, you know, to get a snack.
Right. So for public perception, that might be appropriate. But I also think about not wanting to reward the child for their behavior. And so, you know, it might be important for that child to know, you know what, you can kick, you can scream, you can do all these things, and I'm still not going to give you that little cupcake that you so desire.
Wow.
And that there's a certain way that you have to behave if you want to have or be rewarded with a cupcake.
Wow.
And so, yeah, there's different strategies, and I don't think there's any, you know, right or wrong way to do it. I think that you just have to be consistent in the way in which you parent, and that's part of the main problem is that both parents have to be consistent in the way and the strategy that they utilize.
Thank you so much for joining us. I tell you what, that exhausted me watching those. That exhausted me. I'm tired watching it. Okay, great answers. I think the bottom line is, you know what, Mom, we don't know everything. Get some counseling, okay? Dr. Darren Moore is out there. Other people are out there. Get some counseling. When we come back, he was a Hall of Famer on the field, and now he's a touchdown maker when it comes to warning people about heart disease. We are talking about Joe Montana and his wife, Jennifer.